They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flows chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, another Zod back at you. But anyways, what I wanted to get in today is just something, I find it kind of funny. It's like, you know, when I put out that 2-5 song, I know some people think it's me, but it's not. Like I said exactly who it was. I dropped a link to his channel. But immediately, one PC in particular, which everybody pretty much knew about this guy because he does a lot of this. And he was just a big man on campus in jail, but never was really anybody. Swear he's from one bottom, but then you listen to the way he talk and you start wondering if there's any truth to that at all. But anyway, for the one I'm talking about is Sabage. Sabage Studio, Sabage Dig, Sabage Puss, whatever you want to call him. This dude is the biggest lame in the world, and usually I won't even speak on the man unless he directly disrespect me, but in this guy in particular is just one of those guys that just like, he felt so pressured every time I put out anything about 2-5, he thought it's about him. So we had a conversation before I even knew that he was a PC, and he ended up telling me because he felt like people were stalking his family or people making fake profiles that actually follow me and that were getting at him and trying to expose him with Felony Muscle and all these other people, when at the end of the day he exposed himself. See, and throughout that conversation he eventually broke it down why he didn't want to meet face to face. So he tells all his subjects or loyal followers exactly, oh, I'm not tripping on Zaz's not a factor. But yet if you go through his, I got all his comments or whatever, like on his when he DM me, it's just basically the whole time it's like, when he finally let me know that he was a PC, I mean, I was like, all right, hey, good looking out. I'm glad you told me that. So, you know, that to me, that's like, there's no real need to interview because I ain't going to interview you. So with that note, I gave him the chance even before he told me that he was a DO to meet me face to face. He still wanted to do it like he did on 23-1. But yet he tells other people that I was reaching out to him. I was on his dick. I knew he was a PC. Nah. Or whatever. He, you know, dude talks real big, but at the end of the day, I got every fucking comment that he ever made, every fucking going back and forth, and at the end of the day, it's like, dude, once you say you're a PC, understand that I dropped you. I ain't trying to deal with you. Of course, he wanted to keep going in the oh, you're talking about me, you're sneak dissing. I don't sneak diss no PC. At the end of the day, the reason I never put you out there is because people already knew you were a 2-5. So supposedly this guy's like, he stays in Barstool or whatever. That's not... And I tell him, like, I'm just putting it out there so just in case this dude ever get his noodles knocked out his head, it ain't got nothing to do with Zod. And I think this is what that guy does. He tried to do a face-to-face with me, like I'm gonna sit there and talk to him on Instagram, like, hey dog, you know, like this, like I swear to God. And this is the reason I put out the videos, because dude continues to get at me every time I say something about a deal, and I'll shine him on, may make a couple of comments that know I ain't woofing, but in this case, this dude just continues. And then he said, I like this girl's picture or something. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by a 2-5. They want to drop out of one and get into another because they still want to feel like they're that you know what I mean? Hey, Sabage, here, keep that BB gun you got in here. Here, you can kill her. You can lame, like, here, dog. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's beyond... It's somebody my age really shouldn't be responding to it, but I'm just... This dude is really pulling the wool over all these cats' eyes. Like, oh, I'm that solid fool. You were with Manson and you were with this fool, and that your family and you got this. Like, okay, but at the end of the day, you can have all that, but you're still a PC. I'm not the regular DO, he says. Look, I got all his shit in the DM. That's why he's like... He wants to get in the Twitter war, and I'm trying to figure out how do you get in the Twitter war? I don't even have Twitter. Well, I had it, but I'll never go on it. But I understand. See, that's that new age shit. You want to get into a Twitter beef, or you want to get into a YouTube beef. Hey, I'm gonna use your name, you use mine. At the end of the day, you can say my name a million times, like that other dude that supposedly apologized. I'm not tripping off that dude, because at the end of the day, it's like, we're in two different leagues. Where was that same energy when you were on the yard and you owed something, but you locked it up? You were so hard in the shoe, but yet you locked it up. So it don't matter what. It's like, that's why I say reputations mean absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, if you don't keep the same energy you had when you went in there, And I could say you tone it down and you get older and you start thinking on another positive level. But how could somebody like you teach any youngster what he should and what he shouldn't do? Because you didn't follow all the way through. Now, if you did and you went all the way through your prison time and you kept it solid and you got out and was like, you know what, this is no longer my life, fine and dandy. But you didn't. You PC'd up, and instead of just going to a PC yard and kicking like the bitch that you are, I say that with all intentions. I'm giving you your honorable mention that you've been so begging for. Look, if you went to a PC yard like a bitch, you should have stayed a bitch, and you should have never joined another organization. Maybe you're just one of those fools that since you couldn't be a big one, you decided, oh, I'll go over there and they'll actually acknowledge my mouthpiece. You know what I mean? Because pretty much that's all you are, a mouthpiece. And for somebody that claims to have this, you're stupid as hell. First, you drop 3 different locations in Barstool, and then you're like, oh, well, I'll let you know exactly when you get, like, come on, man. All that BB guns, and you fucking clown, like. And like I said, dude, yeah, I may be too old to really address this, dude, but it's just like, this is just basically for the people that think that this dude is a real dude. This dude is a coward, and no matter what he says he does with his hands, at the end of the day, he's still a fucking PC. He's a dropout, and most of the fools that be on this shit are dropouts too, outside a couple of solid fools that don't really know. But why you think he came on my channel? Anytime I say something about Dio, this dude goes straight to my DM, like talking about his nuts and all this, like on some straight gay shit. And I have nothing against gays, but I think this dude may be homosexual because he stalking me. He even mentioned my Zabin Tribe channel. He's like, do reactions like this. This is satire right now. This is satire. This is not the real Za being grimy. Because at the end of the day, how can you be grimy with a fool that can't even go to his hood? Oh, well, maybe he'll do that bitch shit like he said. I'm going to get my phone and I'm going to let you know I'm going to drop the location in Bokoima. I don't think you'll go to Bokoima. And if you do, you're going to stay with your family. Because you ain't finna be out there on the street like that. You know what I mean? You ain't going to be nowhere where a person can knock you off the map. And if you do, you're going to have your camera out so they can't. You're the type that try to get somebody busted. That's why he continuously want me to say what I'll do to him and all this. I'm not, look it, for any law enforcement that's watching this, I do not actually participate in things of that nature. Whatever happens to that dude is on him, because he's a big mouth and he actually can't handle pressure. He sees something and think it's about him, so he go on the internet and he want to talk shit and call multiple fools out. Like, who wants to show up to catch a case? Nobody's gonna catch a case on you, Savage Studios. Nobody's gonna waste your time with a lame, because if you couldn't handle it in prison, and you PC'd up in prison, not like you got out and you just like, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with you. You PC'd up in prison and you joined the organization. That's why you got that Deuce 5 on you. It's like, I mean, if the homie K2K like offended you by fingering your booty with that music, you know what I mean, you felt like you were being chastised all over again. That's personally just something that's your conscience. It's like the homies that have been to YA, you know, they tell you that there's some pressure cases. You're a pressure case, and actually the pressure got too much because your pipe bust, and that's why your ass locked it up. Why? This is what fools say all the time. You know what? You want to be Mexican and you want to be this, but it don't matter what you think I want to be. At the end of the day, I still kept it solid through all adversity, throughout all the trauma, throughout all that shit, throughout every war. A motherfucker kept it solid. So what is it? You know what I mean? What is it? But you know, look at that's all I wanted to do is let you fools know. For the people that be supporting his shit, this dude is a straight deal. And he's a straight DO. And if he was smart, he would stop dropping Barstow as his location, which I know that's pretty much where you live. But I'm not coming for you. Why would I actively go out there and try to look for some dude in the desert? Like, you know what I mean? That would be stupid of me. I think you want me to go back to jail so you don't have to deal with me. But you ain't got to worry about that. But hey, like I said, here, because you a fucking killer. You say I'm not a 2-5 killer, but you ain't a Sureno killer, so obviously you ain't trying to get that smoke. But even if you did want that smoke, I'm not trying to give it to you. So officers, if you watching this, I don't know this guy. Like, I'm just a innocent bystander here, dude. You know what I mean? Just stay in your lane, dog. You're no good no more, and you're just no good no more. Right now you're just entertainment. You're satire right now. That's what you're just the big mouth that talks about business, and that's it. People can say all the time, well, Zod talks about, I'll talk about politics. It's common sense. Now you can say you went with Manson and a cheek buster busted your cheeks. You talked as if I wouldn't put you out there on the internet. Let me just cover something real quick. The reason I didn't put you out on the internet because I didn't want to send no traffic to your channel. I would rather do it for the dude that tried to diss me on that garbage ass rap song just because Pobrecito, he needed a little spark to his channel. Now you got that spark. Why? Because you're a loudmouth and you continue to talk about shit that you shouldn't because you feel untouchable. And that's probably the shit that's gonna get you caught up. But you can understand one thing, dog. I won't be the one catching you up. As long as we ain't crossing paths, you're irrelevant, dog. And the only reason I'm mentioning you right now, because you stay sucking on my channel, dog. Every channel I'm on, anytime I talk about 2-5 dropout, you feel like it's just personally going towards you. You're a piece of shit, dog, and nobody cares about you. You're irrelevant, dog. You can't go back to Pacoima. You can't go nowhere. And like I said, if you do, maybe you got a few family that feel a soft spot to you and protect you. But for the most part, who cares about you, dog? And this is the first and the last time I ever mentioned Sabage lame ass studio. Stay in Barstow, like I said, in the house with your chick, and keep your mouth shut. That's it. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And on that note, I'm your boy Zod, and I'm always gonna hit him with them hot rocks. Sabage, you fucking pussy, you stupid lames, dog.
Kneel before Zod!